learn to lead. We make winners who lead.
By m value of electrons. சரி, இப்போ what is the value of E? Charge of an electron. Charge of an electron value என்னக்குன்னா 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb divided by mass of an electron. What is the mass of an electron? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. Okay, write down. Upper charge by mass. What is charge by mass? You will get 1.76 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kilogram. This is the charge by mass value. Okay. So, this is the static equation. Okay, charge by mass value of electron is what? 1.76 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kilogram. Sharingla? Right? So, this static equation, right? Next one. Who discovered the charge on an electron for the first time? Millikan. The answer is what? Millikan determined the charge of an electron on the first time. So, iduvume vandu static equation da. Sharingla, Millikan is your answer. Option A is your answer. Next, if H is the Planck statement, Planck's constant, then the momentum of photon having frequency mu is represented by. Then momentum is represented by what? So, momentum is equal to mass into velocity, correct? Mass into velocity. இப்போ நம்ம dual nature of radiation பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். Radiation na light. சரியா? அப்போ speed of light என்னது? C. So, P is equal to mc னு எழுதிக்கலாமா? Right? Now, I'm multiplying and dividing by C. Okay. So, mc square is equal to h nu by C. Okay, nu refers to frequency. Okay, nu refers to frequency and C refers to what? Speed of light and H is the Planck's constant. This is static equation da. Okay, momentum is represented by H nu by C. Next. Photoelectric effect can be explained by. Photoelectric effect can be explained by quantum theory of light. Okay, this is static question da. Okay, photoelectric effect can be represented by quantum theory of light. Option D is your quantum theory of light is your answer. Then, photoelectrons are emitted by a metal surface only when what? Only when frequency of the incident light exceeds a certain minimum value. வரக்கூடிய photons ஓட frequency வந்து ஒரு particular frequency, அதாவது threshold frequency ன்னு சொல்லி கொடுத்திருப்பேன். அந்த threshold frequency க்கு மேல இருந்தாதான் photoelectrons will be emitted. What is photoelectrons? Photoelectrons னா என்னதுக்குன்னா இதுவும் static equation தான். இதெல்லாம் வந்து theory மாதிரி line by line எழுதி வச்சிருக்கணும். சரிங்களா? Right? So, வரக்கூடிய light raysல என்ன இருக்கும்? Photons இருக்கும். சரிங்களா? So, that photon should have a particular frequency which is greater than the threshold frequency. சரி, அப்படி இருந்தாதான் இந்த metal surfaceல இருக்கக்கூடிய electron அதால eject பண்ண முடியும். Eject பண்ணி வெளியே வரதுதான் என்னது? Photon, electron சேர்ந்து வெளியே வரதுதான் photoelectron. Okay, வரக்கூடிய photons, the photon should have what? Certain minimum frequency value which is called threshold frequency. Do you understand this? Aditya, do you understand? Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
The maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons varies. Linearly with the frequency and it is independent of the incident radiation. Note down, maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons varies linearly with the frequency and it is independent of intensity of light. Maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectron varies linearly with the frequency and it is independent of intensity of the incident light. Okay. So, இதுவுமே static question தான். சரியா? Next. Now, the stopping potential in the context of photoelectric effect depends on the following property of incident electromagnetic radiation. So, stopping potential எதை depend பண்ணியிருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேக்குறாங்க. Stopping potential depends on. So, நமக்கு என்ன formula தெரியும்? We know that E V naught is equal to H nu minus pi. Okay, so stopping potential depends on what? Y is equal to mx plus c formula இருக்கா? Right? Line oda equation ஆயுது. So stopping potential depends on what? Frequency. ஏன் மேம் H எடுத்துக்க மாட்டீங்க? H வந்து என்னது? Planck's constant. அது மாறாது. Frequency மாறும். Okay, so stopping potential depends on what? Frequency. Next question. The work function of aluminium, K refers to potassium, platinum, is 4.28 electron volts, 2.30 electron volts, and 5.65 electron volts respectively. Their respective threshold frequencies would be, what? So, frequency of platinum is greater than frequency of aluminium, which is greater than potassium. Okay, no static question, ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. Okay, frequency of aluminium is greater than frequency of platinum is greater than aluminium. அதுக்கப்புறம் potassium. Next. If light of wavelength 4000 Armstrong is incident on a sodium surface for which threshold frequency of photoelectrons is 5420 Armstrong units, what is the work function of this sodium? அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க. Okay, work function formula என்ன? Work function is equal to work function is equal to Hc by lambda naught. Note down this formula. இன்னைக்கு என்ன topic படிக்கிறோம்? Dual nature, right? Dual natureல work function is equal to what? Hc by lambda naught. What is H value? Hc by lambda naught. Lambda எவ்வளோக்குன்னா உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்திருக்கிறது 5420 Armstrong units. Okay, if the light of wavelength 4000 Armstrong units is incident on a sodium surface for which threshold wavelength of photoelectrons, threshold wavelength என்னது 5420 Armstrong units. What is the work function அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க. So H and C both are what? Constant. In terms of electron volts நான் substitute பண்றப்போ I'll get 1024, so 12,424 electron volts Armstrong units. So both will get cancelled. So 2.29 electron volts. சரியா? So H அப்படின்றது Planck constant ஓட value, C அப்படின்றது speed of light நீங்க multiply பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தா you will get 1,424 electron volts Armstrong units. So your answer is what? 2.29 electron volts. So work function அப்படின்றது Hc by lambda naught னு தெரியணும். H and C, Planck's constant and speed of light நீங்க multiply பண்ணிருந்தா you should get a value what? 12,424 electron volts Armstrong units. புரியுதா? Do you understand this? Next. The dual nature of light is exhibited by diffraction and photoelectric effect. Option A. Okay, those static question. Diffraction and photoelectric effects. See, dual nature அப்படின்னா dual அப்படின்னாலே two types of nature. சரியா? Diffraction exhibits wave nature of light. Okay, diffractionல இருந்து நம்ம லைட்டோட wave nature தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். And photoelectric effectல இருந்து நம்ம லைட்டோட particle nature தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். So இந்த ரெண்டுமே சேர்ந்து இருக்கிறது தான் என்னது? Dual nature of light. Okay. So this is also what? Static question. Next. The de Broglie wavelength is represented by in the fifth Bohr orbit. Fifth Bohr orbit னு கேக்குறாங்க. So 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. அப்போ 2 pi r is equal to 5 lambda. அப்போ fifth Bohr orbit னு வரப்போ இந்த மாதிரி 5 waves வரும். Okay, so option D is your answer. So, what are the concepts we have discussed in dual nature? Let us have a quick recap. Charge by mass value. It is constant. Charge அப்படின்றது what is charge value? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb தெரியும். Mass of the electron 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram தெரியும். இப்ப charge by mass value என்னது? 1.76 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb kilogram. And then who discovered the charge of an electron for the first time? Millikan. If h is the Planck's constant, then the momentum of photon having frequency is what? நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? Momentum is equal to mass into velocity multiplying and dividing by c. I'll get what? H nu by c is my answer. Okay. And then photoelectric effect can be explained by what? Quantum theory of light. Then photoelectrons are emitted by a metal surface only when frequency of instant light exceeds a certain minimum value. Certain minimum value is nothing but what? Threshold frequency. Okay, threshold frequency. Then maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectron varies linearly with the frequency and it is independent of intensity of the incident radiation. Then stopping potential in the context of photoelectric effect depends on the following property of incident electromagnetic radiation: frequency. Then இதுவும் பார்த்தோம். Next, what is the formula we applied for this question? Work function is equal to hc by lambda naught. Hc by lambda naught. Then dual nature of light, diffraction and photoelectric effect. And here de Broglie wavelength நம்ம என்ன பார்த்திருக்கோம்? What is the formula for de Broglie wavelength? 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. Okay, 2 pi r is equal to what? N lambda. Do you understand this? Okay. Next. The existence of positively charged nucleus in an atom was established by alpha particle scattering experiment. The existence of positively charged nucleus in an atom, ஒரு atomல வந்து nucleus இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நமக்கு எப்படி தெரிஞ்சது? By alpha particle scattering experiment. Then the thickness of thin gold foil used in Geiger-Marsden experiment of alpha particle scattering was of the order of what? Thickness of the gold foil in the 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Okay. Thickness of the gold foil is what? 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Then, if an alpha particle of mass m, charge q, and velocity v is incident on a nucleus of charge q and mass m, then the distance of closest approach. What is the distance of closest approach? Kinetic energy is equal to what? Half mv square. வரக்கூடிய எலக்ட்ரானோட kinetic energy என்னது? half mv square. The kinetic energy will be equal to electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force ku Coulomb's law padi enna padichom? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q and q2. So first capital Q charge, அப்புறம் வரக்கூடிய small charge q divided by distance between r naught. இதுல இருந்து நான் r naught கண்டுபிடிக்க போறேன். See, in an alpha particle of mass m, charge q and velocity v, ஒரு alpha particle வருது. ஓகேவா? இதோடைய mass m, charge q and velocity v is incident on a nucleus of charge q. ஒரு atom இருக்கு. atomக்குள்ள ஒரு nucleus இருக்கு. இங்க the nucleus ஓட charge capital Q and mass m. Okay, distance of closest approach. வரக்கூடிய ரெண்டு சார்ஜுமே வந்து பாசிட்டிவ்லி சார்ஜ் இருந்தா distance of closest approach அப்படின்றது என்னது? ஒரு சென்டர்ல இங்க இருந்து இது வரைக்கும் உள்ள டிஸ்டன்ஸ் எவ்வளோ? அதாவது ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல வரக்கூடிய ஆல்பா பார்ட்டிகல் வந்து ரிப்பல் ஆகி பின்னாடி போகுமா? ரைட்? சோ இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸ் என்னன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. Okay, so kinetic energy will be equal to what? Electrostatic force of repulsion. Kinetic energy oda formula half mv square nu theriyum. And electrostatic force of repulsion oda formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into rendu charge oda values. Varakudi alpha particle oda charge, nucleus oda charge divided by avanga rendu petukkulla distance. So idhula irundhu na r naught eludren. So r naught is equal to, I'll get q by 2 pi epsilon naught mv square. This is the distance of closest approach. Okay. So option B is your answer. Shiriya, right? Next. According to Rutherford's atomic model, electron inside an atom are non-stationary. Okay, electrons inside an atom are not stationary. If an alpha particle collides head-on with a nucleus, what is impact parameter? 0. Okay, for a head-on collision, impact parameter is 0. 1 femtometer அப்படின்றது என்னதுக்குன்னா? What is 1 femtometer? 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Okay, 1 femtometer அப்படின்றது என்னது? Just note down 10 to the power minus 15 meter. ஞாபகத்துல இருக்கணும். சரியா? Right? Then, the momentum of an electron revolving in nth orbit is given by nth orbit. Momentum is equal to momentum So momentum is equal to mvr. Note down this formula. Momentum is equal to mvr, which is equal to nh by 2 pi. So linear momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi r. Okay, linear momentum is equal to what? nh by 2 pi r. Next. The ratio of speed of the electron in the third orbit of helium to the speed of the electron in the third orbit of hydrogen என்னன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. ஓகேவா? Speed is directly proportional to Z by N. Okay. Speed is directly proportional to Z by N. Okay. Now, speed of helium divided by speed of hydrogen. Helium oda Z value என்னது? 2. And then third orbit N. Hydrogen oda Z value என்னது? 1. And then இதுவும் third orbit 3. அப்போ speed is what? 2:1. Note down this formula. Speed is directly proportional to Z by N. Next, the ground state energy of hydrogen atom is minus 13.6 electron volts. Ground state energy enadhukuna minus 13.6 electron volts. The kinetic energy of the electron in this state is what? So, kinetic energy will be equal to minus E1, that is plus 13.6 electron volts. Okay, option B is your answer. Okay, 13.6 electron volts. In an equation, En is equal to 13.6 by n square electron volts. Negative sign indicates minus 13.6. Minus 13.6 electron volts, right? So electron is bound to the nucleus. Negative sign indicates the electron is bound to the nucleus. Note down, eppadi? By means of electrostatic attraction. By means of electrostatic attraction. Okay, electron is bound to the nucleus by means of electrostatic attraction. Do you understand this? Okay. Bohr's theory of hydrogen atom did not explain fully the fine structure of even hydrogen spectrum. Okay, it does not explain the fine structure of hydrogen spectrum. Then, the kinetic energy of an electron in the nth orbit of hydrogen atom is, what is the kinetic energy of an electron in the nth orbit of hydrogen atom? So, kinetic energy is equal to K into Ze square by 2R. Note down this formula. Kinetic energy formula is K Ze square by 2R. K oda value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into hydrogen atom Z is equal to 1 E square by 2R. So I'll get AE square by 8 pi epsilon naught R. Okay. K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught அப்படின்றது தூக்கத்துல கேட்டாலும் சொல்லணும். And then kinetic energy is equal to K is at E square by 2R னு தெரியணும். சரிங்களா? Do you understand this? Then, the velocity of an electron in the ground state of hydrogen atom is of the order of velocity of the electron in the ground state of hydrogen atom. Is of the order of னு கேக்குறாங்க. Correct? See here, velocity V is equal to 1 by 137 C by N. Okay, note down this formula. Velocity V is equal to 1 by 137 C by N. 1 by 137 C அப்படின்றது நமக்கு speed of light னு தெரியணும். 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by N அப்படின்றது 1 meter per seconds. Okay, if you solve this, you will get 2.186 into 10 to the power 6 meter per seconds. அவங்க ஆர்டர் தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. ஆர்டர் அப்படின்னா 10 பவரோட வேல்யூ தான் ஆர்டர். ஓகே, 10 பவரோட வேல்யூ தான் நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்? ஆர்டர்னு சொல்லுவோம். 10 power 6 meter per seconds. Next, the atomic hydrogen emits a line spectrum consisting of various series. Which series of hydrogen atomic spectra is lying in the visible region? Only Balmer series is lying in the visible region. Only Balmer series is lying in the visible region. Next, Balmer series visible region na மத்த series எல்லாம் எந்தெந்த regionல வரும்? ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Lyman series, note down ultraviolet. Okay, Lyman series, ultraviolet. Bracket series, infrared. Note பண்ணிக்கோ, bracket series infrared and passion infrared தான். Okay, bracket series, passion and P front. மூணுமே infrared. Lyman series, ultraviolet. Balmer series வரப்போ visible region. Okay, do you understand? Next, a gas of monoatomic hydrogen is bombarded with a stream of electrons that have been accelerated from rest to a potential difference of 12.75 volts. In this emission spectrum, one cannot observe any line of P-Fun series. Okay, one cannot observe any line of P-Fun series. See, total energy of electron in the ground state வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா it becomes minus 13.6 plus அவங்க கொடுத்திருக்கக்கூடிய 12.75 add பண்ணா I will get minus 0.55 electron volts. Okay, இது வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா this is the energy of the fourth orbit. Okay, this is the energy of the fourth orbit. Hence, P-Fun series ஓட energy level பாத்தீங்கன்னா 5. N1 is equal to P-Fun series 5. சரியா? So, it cannot exhibit what? P-Fun series. It cannot exhibit P-Fun series. Note பண்ணிக்கோ பார்க்கலாம்.
Learn to lead. We make winners who lead.